Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is James, and we are back on the range. About dang time. I know deer season isn't quite over, but man, I just can't stop, guys. I gotta get outside and shoot some guns. Today we got a real interesting one for you. Stay tuned. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and let's get into this, baby. What? Yeah, just in my own fashion, guys. I always forget something. I got to go back and grab it. It never fails. But hey, while we're walking back to grab this table, I want you to know, in case you're in a down place, in case you want to hear something good, remember this, okay? I've lost, I've won, I've loved, I've lost, I laughed. But the one thing I didn't do is I didn't give up, guys. One step at a time. That's all you got to keep your eyes on. Focus on the prize. You're going to get through it. I love y'all. See y'all downrange. All right, so today we do have a new gun, and it is, I think it's a really cool gun. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's pretty interesting, but I really think it's interesting. It's this target that I got my hands on the other day, and this is what it looks like right here. To me, it's called the Q, and from what I understand, it is the FBI qualification target. And to me, it looks just like a a bowling pin that had too much Thanksgiving and New Year's and Christmas dinner. Man, it's looking a little chubby. Anyway, speaking of that, guys, it looks like, I know I talked about my summer bod for 2024, but it looks like my summer bod is probably going to get pushed back to 2026, because 2025 isn't looking too good either. But anyways, I love you guys. Let's get started, baby. Man. Yeah, I didn't really get so much around the Q. Shooting from the hip, it looks like I shy a little bit to my left, his right. Oh well, it is what it is, guys. This gun is freaking cool. Oh my god, guys, this gun right here is stinking cool. We're gonna talk more about this thing here in just a second. Man, this gun is freaking awesome. We need to talk a little more. Man, I'm so excited I can't talk. We need to talk a little bit more about it, guys. See you in a second. All right, guys, so this right here is a gun that Keanu Reeves wanted in John Wick 1, but he said he didn't like the recoil, so he settled for the 12 gauge instead. If y'all don't believe me, you can Google it. It's 100% not true, but regardless, let's talk about it. All right, so this right here is the new KSG-410 by Kel-Tec, and it is pretty cool looking. I do think like Kel-Tec has this weird way of making like these alien or Martian looking guns, and man, for the most part, most of them are pretty cool. I think this one is no exception. It is pretty cool looking. The one thing I would say negative, I don't like, the positive and negative, I do like the fact, unlike the 12 gauge, I do recommend, if you do have the 12 gauge KSG, to put a drop on it here, because what ends up happening is on the 12 gauge, there's no thumb stop, so your thumb, what you don't want is you don't want your thumb coming out past the muzzle, and then with the 12 gauge, I do feel like you run that risk. With this one here, I like the fact that they kind of give you a stop here, and they give you a place for your hand, a place for your thumb, so that you don't go beyond the muzzle, which I do really like. Hey guys, real quick edit. I'm editing the video and realize as I'm going through it, I talked about plus and minus about one specific thing, but I've never talked about the minus, only the positive. So real quick, when we talk about this foregrip here, I really did like it. I like the fact that they give you a spot for your thumb, spot for your hand. You have this, gives you something to pull on, it gives you just something to push on, and your hand doesn't go in front of the muzzle, which is one thing I don't necessarily like about the 12 gauge. That's like I said earlier, if you do want to get to 12 gauge, I do recommend some type of grip here that you can actually manage, and it keeps your hand behind the muzzle. Again, this is a positive. It keeps your hand in front of the or behind the muzzle, but right here where my thumb presses up on that thing, it's kind of a little tender. It was just that felt, as I was shooting, that just felt a lot of recoil on that piece right there, and I don't really know why. Not sure, but for some reason it would be nice maybe if this was a little pad there, maybe, I don't know, but something very minor. It really and truly not a big deal. I still do love this gun. I think it shoots very great. I love the way it operates. I love everything about it. It's just that little thing right there is just a little bit of a negative. Just want to be honest in case someone's shooting this thing like, oh man, my thumb hurts when I shoot this thing. Well, at least you heard it from me too. It is possible. It depends on you, depends on how you are, but it is a little bit tender right there at the tip of my thumb. Anyways, just a real quick side note, guys. Let's get back to the video. I do like the fact that the safety is right here with my thumb. So if I am, let's say I'm using this for home security, and I'm moving through my house, it's really easy to take it off safety, and I don't have to move my trigger finger like some guns. But this one here, the safety is right there, easily reachable by your thumb, and then you can go to work. Now, to take it off safety, I don't necessarily like having to manipulate my finger like this, but I don't think it's terribly bad. However, what I do like is that this part here is pretty easy to go if you are racking it. It's pretty easy back on trigger. I do love that. Man, I have yet to shoot the 12 gauge, but man, this 410 is really cool. That's what I will say. As far as ammunition goes, we're shooting these 2.5-inch Winchesters, 2.5-inch, I don't know, Rios, whatever that is, and then these 2.5 inches. We didn't actually break into this box, but these are Remington. Had no problems in the tube. We were actually able to put 7 in each tube, which means that at 2.5-inch shells, you're able to carry 14 shotgun shells, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I think it was pretty awesome. I was not expecting it. I was expecting more like 5 to 6, but we were actually able to, as far as 2.5 inches go, we were able to get 7 in each tube. If you were shooting 3 inchers, which I thought I had some 3 inches, but I don't, you're probably only gonna get about 6 of them in there, guys. But I'll get some 3 inches on there so that we can look at it. From what I was told, it will take the 3 inches. But we'll have to find that out. We do have some more tests coming with this thing. We have some home defense ammunition, and in case you're wondering, yeah, you can use a 410 for home defense. Some people are like, no, you can. You actually can. I have actually seen what this will do to the human body, and you can use it for self-defense, guys. Don't fool yourself. It is possible. But anyways, this gun is a really cool gun by Kel-Tec. You guys should go check it out. I do like it. I think it's pretty cool looking, man. If you're into kind of strange looking, cool looking guns, I think Kel-Tec knocked this one out of the park. Great job, Kel-Tec. Anyways, guys, I love you guys. See y'all later.